The idiot is back. Now, do you know Louis Vuitton, the expensive designer bag brand, burns the unsold produce, as in whatever it is not able to sell, it just burns it down. It does not sell for a discount. Why does it do this? As in, what drives them to do this? In order to understand that, we'll have to go back a little in history, or a little too far in history. Okay? In the year 75 BC, 2000 years back, Julius Caesar was once sailing through the Aegean Sea. Okay? And he got captured by the Sicilian pirates. At that point of time, there was a lot of, as in nobleman used to get captured. At that point of time, Julius Caesar had not raised through the ranks. He was just a nobleman at an age of 23. He got captured by the Sicilian pirates. Now, when he got captured, the pirates put a ransom of 20 talents for him. Now, what exactly is 20 talent? 1 talent is roughly equal to 33 kgs of silver. So, which makes it 650 kgs of silver for the capture as ransom for the capture of Julius Caesar. Now, when Julius Caesar came to know about that, he said, this is a ridiculous amount. How can you put 20 talents or 650 kgs of silver for me? Make it 50 talents or around 1500 kgs of silver. The pirates were dumbfounded. Who negotiates a ransom and increases it? When the news reached the lanes and bylanes of Rome, suddenly Julius Caesar became very famous. People started discussing about him as to never before 50 talents, as in the pirates changed the rate because they thought that in case if the victim or the person who has got captured wants to increase the ransom, let it get increased. So they increased the amount. When it went to the bylanes of Rome, he got very famous and people started talking about him. Finally, 50 talents of silver was accumulated and Julius Caesar was freed. Now, this sudden news spreading about him made him very prominent in the political map, and he gradually raised through the ranks. Why am I telling you this story? I am telling you this story because this type of behavior or psychological behavior was there from long back, but not before 2000 years, not after 2000 years. It was finally documented by an American sociologist and an economist called Thornstein Veblen in his book, The Theory of Leisure Class. What he said is, what Veblen said is, this is an unnatural psychological behavior or an abnormal, not psychological behavior, market behavior, which impacts the consumer psychologically. And later it was named as Veblen Effect. What exactly is Veblen Effect? Now, typically, if you look at the demand curve, if you have a slight understanding of economics, you will understand this. Now, the law of demand says that the demand of a good decreases when the price of the good increases. I'll give you a simple example. Let us say you buy egg at 5 or 6 rupees, right? And you are buying, let us say, 2 dozen of eggs per week. Suddenly, if I increase or if the market increases the price of egg to 200 rupees a piece, obviously you will reduce the consumption. The hotels will move out to other dishes. They will not consume egg, right? So automatically the demand for egg will decrease if the price of egg increases. This is the law of demand. The demand inversely is proportional to its price. Now, Veblen is an abnormal behavior. There is an abnormal behavior for Veblen goods. For Veblen goods, the demand actually increases when your price is increased. What is an example for this? Say, for example, a Louis Vuitton bag. Okay. Now, if you get a Louis Vuitton bag is priced at thousands of dollars. Rolex watches are, they cost millions of rupees to get a Rolex watch. Now, suddenly, so they are, they are extremely high priced, right? But their high price keeps their demand going. If you reduce the price, instead of the demand getting increased, the demand will decrease. Okay, this is called the Veblen effect. Now in Veblen effect, there are two important things. Now I'll come to the theory part. This is the Veblen effect. So in Veblen, for Veblen goods, basically, if your price increases, the demand increases. Now I'll relate back to the story. What did Julius Caesar do? Julius Caesar, through this Veblen effect, actually increased the valuation of himself by increasing the ransom, as in when the price on his head increased, automatically the value of the person increased. Why does, now I'll come back to the other story, why does Louis Vuitton burn off its unsold goods? This is because of positional price. If they start selling in discount, okay, instead of people craving for Louis Vuitton bags, they will forget it. Okay, the actual value of Louis Vuitton bag will decrease if the price decreases. So there is another important thing that is related to Veblen effect, which is called conspicuous consumption. Okay, now when you consume something, let us say you are buying a shirt, you are buying a house, this you are buying for its utilities, right? You are buying a house for living in it, you are buying a shirt for wearing it. But for Veblen goods, typically you are buying something to show it off. Have you ever wondered why people want to or why people crave for upwards of 2 crore houses? Why people crave for a very highly priced designer watches, bags or shirts? Typically because Veblen effect is related to conspicuous consumption. People should be able to see that I am using a Veblen good. It could be a Rolex watch, it could be a high 2 crore valuation flats, it could be anything. So this is what Veblen effect is, and this is how it relates to conspicuous consumption. If you like my videos, do share within your social circles and do subscribe to the channel.